Hey, what's going on, y'all? Paul Che here, and today I'm going to be showing off my haul for December and January. I didn't really get much in these 2 months because there weren't that many things that kind of interested me, just stuff that were ongoing and I wanted to pick up. But with no further ado, let's get started. First off, we'll start off with our favorite publisher of all time, Dark Horse. And we got I Am a Hero Volume 5. This one didn't take as long as Volume 4 did to get in the mail, which kind of surprised me, but again, this is still incredible. This is still an incredible series, and I think Dark Horse might have sped up the release of I Am a Hero. I'm not sure about that, but if that holds to be true, then I guess I can be happy with that. That's all for Dark Horse. Up next we got 7 Seas, and first up we've got Spirit Circle Volume 2. I mentioned this earlier when I first showed off the first volume. This is a series that I highly recommend you guys to check out. This is a really short read. If you guys have a Crunchyroll premium account, you can actually finish reading this series legally on their manga section. And that's how I got into it, and this is arguably a really good, this is like a really good series. I can't recommend this enough. I won't spoil too much of it. You're just gonna have to read it to figure out yourself. It's about reincarnation and revenge. That's the most I can tell you about it, but really seriously check this out though. Up next we've got Arpeggio of the Blue Steel Volume 12. I'm not sure if I would consider this to be a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't know why. I think I'm just a huge fan of naval warfare and Navy ships. I think that's the reason why I got into this. But yeah, it's an interesting, fun read that that surprisingly is enjoyable to me. And then finally, for the last one we got for 7 Seas is Made in Abyss. Now, I am fully aware of how critically acclaimed and well received the anime adaptation got, but however, I couldn't watch the anime because it was locked behind a double paywall. And oh, what is this? Well, Anime Strike Die in a Fire, Amazon did recently kill off Anime Strike, so that's actually a pretty good thing. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch this, if I'm going to be able to watch this at all, because I still do not want to get an Amazon Prime account. I really have no reason to get one. I don't care about 2-day free shipping, blah blah blah. I just don't feel like getting another subscription. But I don't know. I've been told that the manga is better. I've been told that the anime is a whole lot better. I'm just going to go with the manga right now because this is the only way for me to get into Made in Abyss. Again, I'm very well aware of how incredible this series is, and I can't wait to get into this. I'm going to be reading this very shortly, so we'll see if all that holds to be true. That's it for 7 Seas, and for the only Yen Press pickup I got is, hopefully I pronounced this correctly in Spanish, but Murcielago, Volume 5. And this is a, like I mentioned earlier, this is a extremely bizarre and crazy, like very gory, violent Yuri series, or action Yuri series. It's a crazy combination, and I think this is really fun. I've never seen a combination of just like crazy action with Yuri together. This is not for everybody, I will go ahead and say that, but I enjoy this for what it is, and I'm not sure how far this has gone over there in Japan, but I am looking forward to more of Murcielago. Alright, we got our Kodansha pickups, and the next one we got is the second volume of To Your Eternity, and boy oh boy, the first volume was absolutely amazing. Of course, it is written by Yoshitoki Oima, the same woman who did God, what is it? A Silent Voice. And you can, based off of the first volume I read, I honestly, I think this may be better. So from what I've read so far, I like this a whole lot more than A Silent Voice. And A Silent Voice is one of the best mangas I've ever written. So that's just my opinion. But me saying that means it holds a lot to what I say. That this, from what I've read so far, is a lot better than A Silent Voice. And I hope it does continue to stay that way, because this is an incredible new series that is being put out by Yoshitoki Oima, and as well as Kodansha. And Kodansha is actually releasing this pretty fast, which is a good thing. So Kodansha is not, I mean, they're kind of bad at releasing things, because they do take forever for certain series to come out. But I'm glad this is coming out a lot faster than I anticipated. And the last one, we got Land of the Lustrous Volume 4. Again, I am very well aware of how well received the anime was, despite it being 100% CGI. I really wanted to see it, but it's locked behind a double paywall. But Anime Strike is dead, and I think you can watch it legally on Prime now, which, again, I have no desire to get a Prime account, so the manga is just the only way I can get into Land of the Lustrous, or I got into Land of the Lustrous. And I know I've said this multiple times that I'm going to do a manga recommendation of Land of the Lustrous. I will. I just need to find a time. That's all I need to do, is just find a time to make a recommendation video of this series, because this is an incredible manga series. Now, as far as for the anime, I can't say anything about it because I've never seen the anime, but highly recommend you guys to check out the manga, and I will come up with a recommendation video of this pretty soon. And the last we've got is our Viz Media pickups. We got the 9th volume of Yona of the Dawn. This is the only shoujo manga series that I have, and it's really good. It's still good, and yeah, that's all I have to say. It's a really good shoujo series. I'm a guy who is not particularly into shoujo much, and this is just full of surprises, and it continues to surprise me. So I do hope that it continues to put out the same level of quality that the Mizuho Kusanagi is doing. So hopefully this continues to get good. We got the 2nd volume of Children of the Whales, and the 1st volume was incredible. The artwork is amazing. It's kind of unique in a way. I know that the anime adaptation recently just aired. Unfortunately, Netflix picked it up here in the US, or at least in North America, and there's no way to watch it legally. I don't know when they're gonna put it out. I've been told that the anime was. I've been told by people who actually pirated the anime, which I highly recommend you guys not do that. I've been told that the anime was a pretty big disappointment, or at least the ending was. Or it had an original anime ending, so that's I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it, because from what I've read so far, it's incredible. So this is the 2nd volume, and highly recommend you guys to check this one out. And then finally, we've got Golden Kamui, the 3rd volume, and this is still an incredible brand new series being put out by Viz Media. And I did some further research on this. Apparently this won multiple awards over there in Japan, which I'm not surprised, because this is an incredible story. It tells an incredible story, and the artwork is pretty amazing too. There's an anime adaptation coming out pretty soon. I think this coming April, and I'm looking forward to that. And the interesting thing is, the anime is being made by a studio called Geno Studio, which is made up of former Manglobe employees, and Manglobe went bust back in 2015, which is a shame, because Manglobe was arguably one of the I wouldn't say the best, but the quality of their animation was on the level of Bones, perhaps even higher quality in Bones. I don't know. I take that back. They were just a really good studio, just producing a high quality animation, and I'm really glad that the former Manglobe employees picked up or created a new studio to make this adaptation. As far as I know, Viz Media is doing a pretty good job of releasing this a lot faster than I anticipated. And I think the 4th volume should be coming out not this coming month, but in March. So I'm looking forward to that. That's all I got for today, and not really a whole lot of pickup in the past 2 months, but February is a pretty big month, at least for Viz Media, so I'm looking forward to that. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying all the way to the end. I hope you guys have a nice day. You guys take care. Farewell.